Hey everyone, Daniel Kaiser welcoming you back to GT's all-access coverage of E3 2010, and I'm joined now by Lars from Bungie, who's getting ready to showcase Halo Reach, the single-player campaign, and later on the multiplayer. So thanks so much for joining us, Lars.
Hey, thanks for having me. This is awesome.
Absolutely. Now, you guys showed this already here at the show, but you're giving us a personal playthrough. Thank you so much for that. Let's get to it.
All right, let's do it. I'll start it up here. I'll give a little context first. What we're going to see is a mission that's about halfway through the entire game. Kat, who is number 2 of Noble Team, she's come up with kind of a crazy plan to take the fight to the Covenant because they're really hitting Reach hard right now. And so we pick up right here at the start of Kat's crazy plan.
Bit of a hike to the launch facility.
Any closer, it's too hot to land.
Copy that, Commander.
Move up the beach, Noble.
So this is the first time you're actually seeing and playing with Spartans live in a Halo game. Noble Team is all Spartan 3s and 1 Spartan 2, George, the guy on my right. So we really worked hard on Spartan AI and how they behave and how they perform and fight alongside you, and it's one of the really cool key features of Reach that we're showing off, even in this demo.
We've been engaged! Firing! Shut them down, Noble! Get down! We'll make short work of these targets. Keep it up!
So as you see, elites are back now, and you're going to see us engaging them quite a bit here on the beach. And the AI do use armor abilities, so you saw the elite actually go into a crouch there. What he was doing was using armor lock, which if players played in the Reach multiplayer beta, they got a taste of the armor abilities there. And the AI can and will use them. They're pretty nasty.
Airborne, close.
You mentioned the beta. Can you tell us about how some of the beta feedback has directly impacted the gameplay that we're seeing here?
Absolutely. I mean, it's funny that you mentioned that because we had over 2.7 million people play in the beta, and so we got an enormous amount of data from that. And some of the feedback actually, because of that, we changed a little bit with how the Spartan player character behaves. So he jumps a tiny bit higher now. Post-beta, he moves a tiny bit faster as well. I say he, actually can be he or she because in Reach, you choose whether you want to be a male or a female Spartan, which is pretty cool. We've never done that before.
Quite the shot there, Lars.
I know. This guy is giving me some trouble. He's got a brand new weapon that we have not talked about or shown before, and that's the concussion rifle. So I'll grab it really quickly here. It's a really powerful Covenant weapon that shoots these huge superheated bolts of plasma. Devastating to vehicles, has a lot of physical properties, so you'll actually see it knock around things in the environment. It's very cool. Cool.
Destruction is good.
Destruction is good. It's fun.
You talked about bringing that into the game. How else did you look to raise the bar? Obviously, we're seeing a new mechanic there as well. So tell us a little bit about raising the bar for this, universally acclaimed franchise.
Sure. I mean, we're adding all sorts of new things. One of the things you just saw me do was an assassination, and they were in the beta as well. You have the option now to go up behind an enemy, and as you're seeing now in the campaign demo, any of the AI as well, you have the option to either one-hit melee them and kill them instantly, or do kind of a flourish, fancy assassination move where the camera breaks out into third person and we show you breaking their neck or stabbing them in the head or doing some kind of nasty maneuver.
What's happening in the story right now? We just saw some action.
Yes. So Carter, who is Noble 1, he's the team leader. He just told us to get inside the Saber. So right now I'm making my way through the base, and the Saber is a brand new vehicle in the Halo universe, and this next cutscene is actually going to bridge the gap between our ground combat and then, for the first time ever, space combat in the Halo universe.
Big deal, space combat, Halo universe. Tell us why it was the right time to do this, and again, raising the bar, what you want to do to provide something different for the legions of Halo fans out there.
You know, Reach is 10 years of, the culmination of 10 years of working on the Halo franchise for Bungie. This is Bungie's last game. We really want to send it out with a bang, give fans things they had never seen or experienced before. Space combat is one of those things. It's a small taste of what you're going to see. What I'm about to do is show real actual space combat. We're going to transition here after this cinematic, but it's full sandbox, fully realized. The vehicle behaves just like any vehicle in a Halo, in a previous Halo game. So it's full combat. The controls are super intuitive. You've got 2 weapons. You've got your machine guns. You've got your lock-on missiles. I'll get into that a little bit more once we get into the combat. But it just feels really good. And like other Halo vehicle missions, the whole mission isn't about outer space combat. It's just a tiny piece of it. It's a piece of one mission. So you're on the ground, you're in space, and then maybe you're doing something else afterwards I'm not going to talk about. But it's cool because Reach allowed us to do a bunch of things we'd never done before, and space combat is just one of them.
Something that you had wanted to do previously, or was it the right time with Reach?
I think it was just the right time with Reach. We definitely talked about it in the past, and it's one of those things where it's an amazing idea, and then being able to execute on it is another thing, and we really were able to put the power and the resources behind it for Reach.
All right, so here we go, space combat in Halo Reach. Walk us through what we're seeing, Lars.
So now we're in a Saber, which is a brand new vehicle. This is our outer space combat vehicle. Noble 6 is actually part of the top secret Saber program, and you play as Noble 6 in Reach. So you have all these skill sets pretty much built into your Spartan. So you already know how to fly. And at the beginning of this, obviously we're not doing it in this demo, but we'll give you a quick, brief tutorial of how things work. You've got your roll and your direction change on the right stick. You've got your speed control on the left stick, so I can slow myself down or speed myself up. I have afterburners on the left trigger. And then I'm also able to do different maneuvers by pressing the left bumper. So if I want to do a barrel roll or an Immelman or something like that, I can do that to get out of combat. And so what's happening right now is we are up by this huge space station, UNSC space station called Anchor 9. Their defense grid is offline, and we're waiting for it to come back online. They're kind of bringing it up right now, but the Covenant are attacking before they're ready. So it's our job as Noble 6 and the other Sabers to really defend the station until they can get their guns back online. So right now I'm using the machine gun, and just like everything else in Halo, we've got access to 2 weapons. So I'll use the machine gun on these Banshees right now, and once the next group of, the next squadron comes in, I'll actually switch over and show you the lock-on missiles. And there's a really cool feature with the Sabers, which are the second enemy that I'm about to fight here in about 10 seconds. So I'll take out this last Banshee. Another group of AI are coming in to attack the station. So now we have Sabers that are coming to attack, and you'll notice when I fire on them with my machine guns, you're gonna see their shields light up and ping. So these guys actually have energy shields and health. So what I wanna do is take down their shields with my machine guns, lock on with my missiles, and then fire my missiles off and take them out.
This is really a complete space shooter here you've got going on.
Yeah, it's pretty intense. We wanted to, I mean, the thing is, like, if you're gonna do it, you have to do it right. And we knew from the beginning the kinds of things we needed to do to make space combat work in Halo. And one of them was to bring it into a fully realized sandbox.
Now, throughout the course of the game, how many times are you going to have the opportunity to experience this? Obviously, you've invested a lot of time and energy in cultivating an experience that's really good. You don't want to be one and done, obviously, right?
Sure. Well, you know what? What we're showing here is just a kind of a little bit of what you'll see in the game, but space really is just about, outer space combat is about this one mission, but I should say there are other things in the campaign, too, that we're not talking about yet that are, I don't want to say on par with space combat, but other things that players are not going to expect and we don't want to talk about yet.
Pulling out all the stops.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you're almost to the end of this mission here. Have you completed your objective?
Actually, I'm about there, and we've got one more set of Seraphs, and really the battle really heats up because the station's defense grids have just gone online, so they're totally kicking the crap out of the Covenant that are coming in, and that's about all we have time to show, or what we want to show while we're here at E3.
So you want to show for now. Thanks so much for that, and we'll join back with you in just a moment to take a look at the multiplayer.
Sounds good.